When did you know that Coach O was going to join Lane Kiffin's staff?
Well, I'll start from the beginning. First time he ever even talked to me about coaching again was almost a year ago. At this time, I had knee replacement, and he got put into the Bayou Sports Hall of Fame. And the first time he mentions it to me is that he wanted to come back and coach again. And I was like, okay. I said, you're looking for a head coaching job? He was like, no, it doesn't have to be a head coaching job. He said it could be a defensive line, coach and that sort of thing. And so it's the first he mentioned ever since he had left LSU about him wanting to come back and coach. And I guess this was late in the season last year. I have to do LSU pregame, and this was final LSU Oklahoma regular season game. And we spoke because it's not 5 minutes from my house from here to Baton Rouge, and we started talking about it, and I could tell that he wanted to come back, he wanted to be at LSU. I knew there would be some hoops that he would have to jump through because when you leave like that, even though he had some success and pieced together that 2019 team, which is arguably the greatest college team ever, but it didn't end well at all. I wondered, if maybe some of the powers to be would want him back because I knew how close he was to Coach Kiffin. And this was a little over a week ago. I asked him to come on with me, Sports Talk. And he was like, yeah, I'll do it. And sure enough, I see that he is working with Richard Anderson, the freshman defensive tackle at LSU at one of the workout places in Baton Rouge. It's the first indication to me that, I wonder if we're getting closer here. And then he tells me I'm on vacation in Mexico. So that sort of derailed things. And then I started to hear some of the hoofbeats that they were getting closer to a deal. Actually, the day before, it was actually announced by LSU. So I'm glad for him. College football's better with him in it. He is a unique personality, and that to be in a room with him, he's like a rock star. To be honest with you, Sean McVay has a story about when he got married. Coincidentally, Ed was on the West Coast at that time. Him and his wife had a weekend that they went to the West Coast and spent some time there. Ed's got some friends there after all those years at Southern Cal. And Sean McVay's getting married. And Sean McVay tells the story about, man, they have all these coaches and athletes, poolside, and everybody's talking and, this and that. And he said, who's the star? Coach O. I'm like, what? You got to be kidding me. And so, he has become that. He's a magnet. Like him or don't like him, he's become, almost like a rock star here. If you're around him, it's amazing. We both sort of grew up, same sort of time frame, everything else. He's a year younger than me and everything, but to see the personality with him, and so now it's a different world. And him and I have talked about this numerous times on the air, off the air about, hey, it's a different world. It's much more of a transactional world of college sports than ever before. But always great relationships. He's got recruiting stories that are unbelievable. That one day when it's all said and done, man, somebody, probably Bruce Feldman, because Bruce has wrote 2 books with him already. But, it's great to have him back here. He knows every high school coach. If you go to a game and stand up next to him, every high school coach around there will come they'll come talk to us. They'll come talk to him. You know, it's unbelievable to see and that connect the dots that he has. And he's all about Louisiana. He really is. He's has sort of wrapped himself up in that, and he's really been a great success story. You know, from where he started and living in a weight room, you know, at Northwestern, because you know he wasn't making no money and didn't have a place to stay, and they didn't really have a spot for him on the staff. But you know, he convinced them to let him give it a try, and that's how his coaching career got started at Northwestern as a GA. But I don't know if he was making $500 a month, and so he had to live in the weight room.